Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old School Gunner. Let me just adjust this a bit. How you all getting on out there, guys? Welcome back to the show. Let me just put this up here. Alright. I'm just gonna start like I always do, by thanking everybody guys for your continued support on my channel. Thank you for the likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the spaghetti junction here. Best I could do in short notice. I only decided like a half an hour ago to go live. Thank you to everybody for your continued support on my channel, guys. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments. Since I started my channel in 2018, it's been a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie. I'm closing in on monetization now after 4 years. I think maybe April, May, I should be there. So it's been a really roller coaster, like I said. Yeah, what more can I say? I just want to pick up a couple of YouTube channels, people who've supported me. Arsenal Alex, check out his channel, guys. Arsenal Alex. Check out his Instagram handle, Arsenal Alex, and the number 1. Check out Warren from Warren's Team Talk. The YouTube channel is Warren's Team Talk. Check it out, guys. He does match day live. He does great content, great video uploads. Another guy I'm going to check out, and another person that you should check out is Drawn by Dre. Check out his YouTube channel, Drawn by Dre. Check out his Instagram of the same name. We have collaborated a lot. Do yourselves a favor, subscribe to this man's channel, this young Arsenal fan, and check it out, guys. See what you make of it. The 3 Pointers TV, somebody else that I'm going to big up. Make sure you check out their channel. The Aussie Gooner, that's another guy I'm going to big up. Make sure you check out his channel. Who else? McManus Sense, another die old school like myself. Check out his channel. It's not football, but you might like it. It's going to be a surprise, so I'm not going to say what he has on his channel, what his content. If I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize. But let's get straight into it, guys. The transfer window, it's transfer the things. Of course, the big story coming out is actually that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has gone and signed for FC Barcelona. He's in Barcelona as we speak. He's probably at the club, at the stadium, the training ground, or in a hotel in Barcelona, putting pen to paper on a deal. It's a loan move to Barcelona. I'm sure it's going to become concrete after that. I can never see him playing for Arsenal again. Mikel Arteta, for those of you that don't know, the kind of background to the story, I'm just going to talk about a little bit. Of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Mikel Arteta, they have had their problems. It's well documented. They haven't been getting on too good. It's just kind of been one of those days, for a whole year. It's been one whole year of this kind of thing. Aubameyang hasn't been playing well, in my opinion. For the last year, he's done all he's done is hinder the team, not help. And I'm happy to see him go. I wish him all the best with the rest of his career. I hope things work out for him. Of course, he came from Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga in Germany to the Premier League, to Arsenal. But I'm happy to see him go. I'm not going to lie. He's been really bad the last year, and like his indiscipline, not coming in for training, this, that, and the other. He only has himself to blame. So I'm happy enough that he's leaving the club. I'm not going to lie. But I wish him all the best with his career, of course, and I thank him for everything he's done for Arsenal Football Club. Supposedly Barcelona, because of the fair play rules, the financial fair play, the same rules that are the reason that they could not sign Lionel Messi, of course, if you remember that last summer. That whole drama that he went to Paris Saint-Germain, of course, being in press conference in tears. But that's the whole reason why they have to sell a player to be able to take Aubameyang on, because this whole financial thing is in play for Barcelona, and they're being kept under control with that, so they can't do much. So we'll see how it works out. But let's go on with this transfer deadline day, and let's talk a little bit about it. I have it all here in front of me. The Premier League clubs, guys, are preparing for what could be one of the busiest days of the year in transfers. It could be one of the busiest transfer deadline days in recent years. January spending is already far above what it was last year. And the deadline in Europe's major leagues is today. In the English top flight and football league windows, they close at 11 p.m. now. 11 p.m. So expect some activity today, throughout the day, up until the 11 p.m. cutoff point, up until the deadline. They've already spent 195 million going into deadline day, all the Premier League clubs, compared with 70 million this time last year. Newcastle United, who became one of the world's richest clubs after a Saudi Arabia backed takeover in October. They could stay busy as they attempt to build a team that can avoid relegation. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, transfer window, guys. It's deadline day. It's going to be a very, very, very important day. Are Arsenal actually going to buy anything? Of course, from all the Arsenal fans' point of view, I hope we can actually do something. We can actually pull it together and get some players. But it's not looking likely. I'm not going to lie. Of course, Aubameyang, like I said, is due to go to Barcelona. But who are we going to be bringing in? Aubameyang hasn't featured for the club since December. Of course, he hasn't played well for over a year. I'm delighted to see him go, but I wish him all the best. I thank him for everything he's done for the football club. But it's time for him to leave, and I'm happy that he's going. I'm not going to make no bones about it. Yeah, several Premier League teams, including Newcastle, want Jesse Lingard, but Manchester United are reluctant to sell the player, to let him leave. Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal's great rivals, of course, are hoping to make their first signing since Antonio Conte took over. I'm frustrated by several deals. They are working on 2 deals for 2 midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur and Sweden winger Dejan Kulusevski. Another Juve player has been linked with Premier League side Newcastle, Burnley, Everton. They're all meant to be interested in Aaron Ramsey, of course, an ex-Arsenal player. Yeah, maybe he'll make a return back to the Premier League. Who knows? Stranger things have happened. It will be good to see Rambo back in the Premier League. Not necessarily at Arsenal, because I think his best days are behind him. I don't know what he did in Juve, but I don't think it was anything spectacular. Of course, Aubameyang, like I said, is in Barcelona. He's talking to FC Barcelona as we speak. And Arsenal and Barcelona have agreed a deal in principle for the player, for the Gabon striker. So let's see how that works out. I'm happy he's leaving. Let him take his respect with him and whatever, this, that, and the other, and all the money he has made that the Arsenal fans have paid for. But it's time for him to go. He's contributed nothing to the team over the last year. That's the way it is. I respect everyone's opinion, but that's mine. I'm happy to see the back of him, to be honest. I hope that it gets done ASAP. He's been holding the club back. Martinelli not getting playing time. Aubameyang in the driving seat, and he's been contributing absolutely nothing to the team. Zero the last 12 months. So great that he's gone. I'm very, very happy about it. All right, let's move on past that. That's enough about mating away. On the league. Yeah, as you saw, Sorry about that, guys. Breakdown in the internet, breakdown in communication, as always. But I'm back, live and in full effect. Let me just check something here. Let me just do this quick, and I'll be back into it. Alright. Like I said, Aubameyang is over in Barcelona. I expect the deal to be done pretty soon. Yeah. What can you say? It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. We just have to see the way that works out. But yeah, like I said, I wish him all the best anyway with the rest of his career. I hope it works out for him. But I'm happy to see him leave, and I'm not going to lie about that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. First comment in, mini comment, goals, Skool. Thank you very much for that, guys. I'm doing my best. See what works out. But yeah, transfer window for Arsenal, guys, it's looking pretty bleak. I'm not going to lie. It looks like Spurs and all are outdoing us again at this point. They're in contact for two Juventus players. We haven't been active at all in the transfer window. Of course, we've seen players go the other way. Callum Chambers is gone. Yeah, what can you say about that? He left the club, and now it looks like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to sign for for FC Barcelona. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. I think that's a good move. I think it's a good move for the club. That doesn't bother me at all, one bit in the slightest. I see there's a couple of people tuning in right now. Comment, guys. Send some comments there on the screen and I'll get them up and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, we just have to see the way that works. So thank you to Minnie and Dave for that comment. I appreciate it. Go old school. I'm doing my best. Keeping my channel going as much as I can. Doing a little bit of streaming. What is the transfer deadline day? Let me just talk about more information. Manchester United midfielder Donny van de Beek has agreed to join Frank Lampard's Everton. Of course, former Chelsea legend Frank Lampard. He managed Chelsea. It didn't work out. He got replaced by the one, the only Thomas Tuchel, the German manager. Now Frank Lampard has got the Everton job. I don't know what a lot of people think about that. I know a couple of Everton fans. Imagine what they think about him coming in. But I think it's a good appointment for the club, and I hope it works out for Lampard. They say the deal has not been confirmed. Man United centre-back Phil Jones is to talk with League One size Bordeaux over a temporary move. Arsenal should really be looking to take back their other French players. You know what I mean? Somebody in there with the comment, Cologne versus Arsenal again. Yeah, maybe so. In which way? Like for a player? They're going for the same player? Or which way do you mean by that? But thank you for tuning in anyway. I appreciate it. If you haven't, guys, check out this guy's channel, Khalid Gaming. Do yourselves a favor. Like and subscribe to his channel and comment on his videos. Let me know what you think about it. Brentford, guys, are after signing free agent Christian Eriksen. Believe it or not, after the heart attack he had last year, guys, last summer when he was at the Euros. A terrible thing. No club will really touch him, to be honest. He got released from his contract in Inter Milan because they wouldn't go near him after that. Obviously, I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but it was a liability for the club to give him a chance, to keep him on the books, as bad as that sounds. He had a serious cardiac arrest in one of Denmark's group games. So it's very hard for him to get a club again, but Brentford look like they're going out on a limb for the player. So he's going to be back in the Premier League. I wish him all the best. I mean, he had very bad luck last year. I wish him all the best. Juventus former Chelsea striker Alvaro Morata has been rumoured for a potential move to the Premier League. Yeah. Okay. Maybe so. Maybe so. I hope so. But thank you for tuning in, Candid Gaming. I appreciate it. Let me know where you're watching from, yeah. Where were you actually watching from? Let me know. Paris Saint-Germain have agreed terms with Barcelona forward Ousmane Dembele, 24-year-old, which could spark a move for the Spanish club. Had the same Michael for Morata, Icardi, at PSG or Aubameyang and Arsenal. It looks like it's going to be Aubameyang now. It's almost a done deal, to be honest. Aubameyang is in Barcelona talking to the chiefs of FC Barcelona, and it's only a matter of time, I think, before they say that he has actually gone and joined the club. So we'll see how that works out. Let me just do something here quick, guys, and I'll be back into it. I'm always on the lookout doing a few things. Ah, you're in Germany. Okay, I'm guessing you're in Cologne, if I'm correct about that. I used to live in Germany for a while. I used to live in Munich, and I was living in Berlin. I also speak German, but we'll see. But thank you for tuning in, man. Check out this guy's channel if you haven't. Del Boy Gunner TV. Welcome along. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I'm going to mention this guy. He's a fellow gunner, a fellow Irish man like myself. Speaks with a thick Dublin accent, but I know he's not from Dublin. I know he moved up to Dublin. I was watching a few of the videos, him explaining that. Yeah, if you haven't already, guys, check out his channel. As you see, it's up on the stream, Del Boy Gunner TV. Like his videos, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, if you're subscribing, click on the notifications bell that you get notified every time he uploads content. He's uploading a lot of quality content right now. Sometimes he has a little helper. I believe it's his son. But check out his channel, guys. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, click on the notifications, and make sure you comment in the comment section below and let the man know what you think about it. You know what I mean? And if you ever want a few tips on getting to 1,000 subscribers, hit me up and I'll give you my advice. I've been going for like 4 years with my channel since 2018, but really from November to January of, so November 2020 to January of 2021, I really started putting in effort, and then I really went for it, and I got myself up to 1,200 subscribers. So if you want to know how I did that, man, I'll let you know. And I did it legally. They're real. You know what I mean? I didn't pay for them. I just worked hard to get people to follow my channel. It's as simple as that. Maybe Morata to join Arsenal. Former Chelsea player, I don't know, like, maybe. But Arsenal again as a club, we're leaving things till the very last. And that's the thing we've been doing a long time. And we just keep doing it. I don't know why the club does that. We leave things till the very last moment before we actually try to get players. And it's a bit annoying, to be honest. It's a bit frustrating. But yeah, it's as simple as that. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. Let me just continue on anyway on what's going on with the transfer deadline day. Any news on Arsenal signing anyone? No, absolutely not. To answer your question, or Del Boy Gunner TV. Do I think we're going to sign anyone? I don't think so. Unless they really pull a rabbit out of the hat. We have until 11 p.m. I'm here now in London. It's like 2:20. We have until 11 p.m. So we'll have to see where it goes. Sorry about the spaghetti junction here, guys. I did the best I could in a short period of time. The wife has gone off to work, so I have a bit of time for me. So between Netflix and chill, looking for jobs. I'm employed anyway, but looking for other jobs. I'm doing my YouTube. I kind of got it going on. But yeah, if you want any tips, Del Boy Gunner TV, I see you're up for it. I'll let you know, man, free of charge, how I did it. And if I can help any other YouTuber out there, I always will. I'm just going to big up the man's channel again, guys. Let me put it up there on the screen. He's a fellow Irish gunner like myself, an Arsenal fan. He's been around the block, I'd say, with Arsenal. He's like myself. He's an old school gunner. Less of the old. I know what you're going to be saying. Less of the old. But no, you've been supporting the team for a couple of years, man. There's no doubt about that. Simple as, check out his channel, guys. Del Boy Gunner TV. Like his videos. Subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and click on the notifications bell. You get notified every time he uploads content. He's uploading a lot of quality content right now. I'm going to talk straight now for a minute. I like to have a laugh and a joke on my channel, but like he does himself. But he's got a very good channel, and I've been impressed with the way he does things. He started off. He's only just after starting. Maybe it's been going 4 months, 6 months, but he's well on his way, and it's a lot of quality content, and he makes it's watchable. You know what I mean? I've watched a lot of videos myself. This man's channel is watchable. Of course, he's Irish, I'm Irish, but I don't give a compliment lightly. I like his channel. I like the way he does business, the way it looks, everything about it. And he's good in front of the camera. So check out his channel, guys. Do yourselves a favor. that's enough plugging his channel. But with regards to Arsenal buying anyone, I mean, I don't know what it is with the club, but we just leave it till the very last minute. Okay, last summer, right? That wasn't bad for us. We got a couple of good signings. You know what I mean? People are kind of sitting on the fence about Ben White. Some like him, some don't. Okay, fair enough. But Aaron Ramsdale was a fantastic, fantastic signing. And when I was very critical of when it happened, I was like, who is this guy? Never heard of him. Relegated twice or three times with Sheffield United and a couple of other clubs in the, I wasn't putting much on that. But he has been absolutely fantastic, and he has left Leno absolutely in the shade. I mean, Leno can hold a candle to this man. Fantastic, fantastic signing. But this time around, man, the silence, what's going on at the club, it doesn't look like they're going to get anyone. And if it continues the way it's going, we're not going to get anyone. I see Aaron Ramsey might be coming back to the Premier League. A lot of clubs looking to hit him up. I see Christian Eriksen is going to get a trial with Brentford. He's going to have a start with them. Man, if I was Christian Eriksen, man, I would take my money. I know he loves to play football, but I would take my money, spend a little bit of time in New York, spend a little bit of time wherever he likes, and chill and enjoy life. You know what I mean? He can go with the coaching if he wants. I mean, there's options for him. He can be a football analyst. You know what I mean? I understand the guy is still young enough and he wants to play another couple of years. But with his health condition, man, Eriksen, I don't know, but it's not the wisest move if you ask me anyway. But there you have it. Aston Villa have signed Everton left back Lucas Digne for 25 million. Everton have bought two defenders for a combined 27 million. Nathan Patterson from Glasgow Rangers and Vitaly Mykolenko from Dynamo Kiev in the Ukraine. So, and of course now they have Lampard as manager. Ex-Chelsea legend Frank Lampard is their coach. Wolves made the loan signing of RB Leipzig forward Hwang Hee-chan. They made it permanent for 14 million. He was on loan with the club, it's been made permanent from RB Leipzig. The biggest signing in Europe came when Juventus signed Fiorentina forward Dusan Vlahovic, who had been a target for several Premier League sides for an initial 58 million. So it's going to be a couple of add-ons. It's going to be more expensive. Arsenal were in the running for him. There was a lot of hype. There was a lot of talk. There was this and that said about it. But myself personally, I've been working very hard the last couple of weeks, yeah. But I wasn't even looking at that as a story. For me, it was a non-runner. I knew we weren't going to get the player. I don't know what Del Boy Gunner TV thinks, man. Maybe you're along the same mentality as me, the same mindset. But I was not getting excited about the Vlahovic signing at all. This news that was coming out about him. I knew we weren't going to get the player. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And I'm the most positive person you could ever meet, man. But I knew we weren't going to get the player. I wasn't getting worked up about it. You know what I mean? It only ends in disappointment anyway. And lo and behold, we didn't get the player. I knew we weren't going to get him anyway. I mean, come on. Vlahovic to Arsenal. That would just be like a dream come true. We haven't signed a striker as good as that in a long, long time. So why were we going to do it this time around? With the inaction of the board, the complete inaction and inactivity, I mean, they're so cumbersome with this kind of thing, slow to react. I mean, Spurs, they do it much better than Arsenal. I was talking to a Spurs fan yesterday at work, believe it or not. And actually a female fan for Spurs who likes Son and wants to marry him. And she fancies the pants off. And the Spurs are just way better in their signings than us. You know what I mean? And that's not her opinion. That's mine. In the transfer market, they work way better than us. I don't know why. Kelly Game and him comment about my favourite club in England or Sunderland. They play in League One. Yeah, but Sunderland have a real hardcore following. They have a big support. It's a big enough city, Sunderland. They have a lot of support, and the fans are diehard. It's one city, one club. Like with Newcastle, you know, and Sunderland. Does anyone know about this guy Man City signed, Julian Alvarez? Oof. Anything about him? To be honest, I don't. But I mean, if Manchester City signing a player like that, it has to be worth something. I mean, he has to have something going on. He's Argentine. I know that, yeah. I know he's from Argentina. I've heard of the player. Let me see. Yeah, he's completed his move to Manchester City. He's a 22-year-old player. Yeah, one of the guys in work was actually saying that to me. Another Gooner, another Arsenal fan was saying that to me too in work last week. He's coming from River Plate, but it says that they've only signed him in the short term. The guy's only 22, yeah, so he's a spring chicken. Yeah, you'll have to see. Manchester City really have their senior squad picked. They have their full squad picked. I can't see them actually moving and getting other players that are going to actually fit into the first 11 or the 14, with the substitutes. I think that their first 11 and their senior squad is more or less what they need. I don't think they need anyone else. Like Alvarez from River Plate, this Argentine player you're talking about, it looks like he's going to be on the periphery of the squad, fringe players. You know what I mean? He's a 22-year-old. I expect him to play a couple of games, come sub maybe a little game might come on where there's not much at stake. But for the rest of the season, it's not a done deal for City yet that they want to win the league. They need to push on and they need to get another couple of wins under their belt. Liverpool are going to put it up to them. There's no doubt about that. Any other team going to put it up to them? I doubt it. I don't think Chelsea are in with a chance of putting it up to City. I think it's between Liverpool and City. I think City are going to win the league. I make no bones about it. Simple as. But I think Liverpool are going to put it up to them. And Jurgen Klopp is a good coach. He's not going to give up without a fight. But the guys that City are getting, they're going to be fringe players for now, in my opinion. Alvarez, young guy. He's only on loan. He's not going to be at the club for a while. And for a long time, I mean, he's only going to be there for a small while. Yeah. He's definitely one for the future. Yeah. He's definitely one for the future, Alvarez. I mean, definitely. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, he's with River Plate. Now he's come to City. They aim to do more deals, but like I said, they're going to be small deals. Arsenal, my concern, I don't know what you think they'll buy Gunner TV, but I'll tell you what I think, man. Who do we need? Where do we need them? We need an attacking midfielder, and we need a striker that is going to absolutely terrorize any team we play against. I mean, a guy that can mix it up, that can play dirty when he has to, that can play fair, that plays right on the edge of what the referee deems acceptable. A kind of a Diego Costa. Okay, he was a scumbag. Maybe not as bad as him. He was a cheat. But we need a guy that's going to rattle and unsettle defences. Costa was well able to smash the ball into the back of the net as well when he got a chance. After he had done the mind games, then he got into the physical stuff and he put the ball in the net. Yeah, we need a player like that that'll actually terrorise the back four, terrorise the opposition, and it also stops them from taking the ball out too easily at the back. I mean, they have to pay attention at the back when they're in possession of the ball, because with him there, you know what I mean? One mistake, it's fatal. Like when we had Robin van Persie. Persie was a very good player. Fortunately, he went to United and won the league and came back to haunt us. But yeah, that's a story for another day. But we need to strengthen the forwards. We need an attacking midfielder. Goalkeeper is good. We have a good goalkeeper. The back four is good. It's decent. Midfield, we have problems. We need a DM, and for me, a central attacking midfielder. We kind of have, when we play Sambi Lakonga and Thomas Partey in there, it's like they're two like-minded players. I'm going to go back to the time, and I know you remember this out there by Gunner TV, I'm going to go back to the time of Vieira and Petit. Okay, these guys were monsters. World Cup winners, double winners. I'm not going to compare Partey and Lakonga to them because there's obviously a massive gulf in class. But these two guys, Vieira and Petit, one would stick and one would go, and they would change at intervals. You know what I mean? If Vieira went forward, Petit would stay in the middle and protect the back four. If Petit went forward, Vieira would do the same. He would lock down the back four. You know what I mean? He would stay in front of them and give them that kind of protection with his tackling, with his positional play, with the ferocity of his play. We don't have that. And we need to get someone that can do that. We need a real defensive midfielder that can protect the back four. We had Torreira. We let him go to Italy. You know what I mean? And he was a bulldog for me. We had Guendouzi. We sent him off to League One. What about Saliba, the defender? We sent him off to League One. I mean, there was a lot of players that we sent off. Maybe we could try to get back because they're good enough to play for the club. I mean, Guendouzi's not a bad player. Saliba is a monster. Torreira is a pit bull in the middle. You know what I mean? No one will have it easy against him. But defensively, we need a guy that can actually defend and attack. We need a better quality midfielder, and we need an absolute world-class striker. You know what I mean? Like I said, the whole Vlahovic deal, I never thought of that for a second. I didn't think we were going to do anything. I didn't get excited about it for obvious reasons. All right, let me crack on there and talk about some more stuff. Yeah, like I said, Callum Chambers has gone to Villa. That's old news. Now it looks like Aubameyang is going to Barcelona, something I'm happy about. Okay, I wouldn't say happy because he did some good things for the club and it's a pity the way things went. But in the last year, he's done nothing. Warren's team talk is over, gone. Welcome along, Warren, man. Good to see you. I'm glad you tuned in, yeah, and I hope you're keeping well, man. And welcome along. Has he gone officially? No. There has been a mutual agreement, if you want to call it that, between Arsenal and Barcelona for the player. He's in Barcelona. He's sitting down with the chiefs of the club, the football chiefs, and they're ironing out a deal as we speak. So he's in Barcelona. You know what I mean? It's going to be a loan deal, but I'm sure it's going to go into a fully contract. But the sticking point is the same problem that FC Barcelona had with Lionel Messi. They're under the constraints of the financial fair play rules, Warren, and they need to sell a player before they can sign Aubameyang. It's as simple as that. They need to sell one player before they can bring one in, because they're still under the constraints of the financial fair play rules that affected them keeping Lionel Messi, if you remember last summer when he went to Paris Saint-Germain. So that's something that they need to sort out. They're going to have to release a player to bring in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang ASAP. I mean, it's the transfer window. It runs until 11 p.m. tonight, guys. That is the deadline. It ends at 11 p.m., not 12, not midnight, at 11. So they're going to have to go and do something about that. It is what it is. I'm happy to see the player go. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? Del by Gunner TV with another comment. I don't know, does Del by Gunner TV know Warren? Warren's team talk. Let me just put it up there. Warren, this is Del by Gunner TV. He's an Irish gunner like myself. And this is Warren from Warren's team talk. Two gunners, guys. I don't know, do you want to actually hit up each other's channels there? Warren, if you could check out Del by Gunner TV, yeah? Maybe hit him up with a like and a subscribe. And yeah, Del Boy, if you want to do the same for Warren, man, subscribe to his channel. He's a die-hard gunner. He's been supporting the club now, man, for a long, long time. He's the real old school gunner. Let's see. Yeah, Warren. Another one gone and no replacement. How are we going to field the team? You know what the problem is, though? They don't actually plan anything in advance. Like, I'm working with an Arsenal fan, yeah. One of the young gunners, and I'm working with him. And like I was telling him, man, last year, right, like before the summer period, at the end of last season, way before the end, and now the same again, like last October, November, they should have already had a shortlist. Arsenal, Arteta and Edu, and whoever else wants to sit down and talk to them, they should have already had a short list of the players they wanted, what positions we need to strengthen, and 3 possible players we could sign for each position. I'm not talking about signing 3, but 3 options. You know what I mean? Attacking midfielder, 3 options. Striker, 3 possible options. They should have had this organised. I mean, this is professional football we're talking about here. This isn't a bunch of lads out in the back garden. It's not five-a-side. You know what I mean? The lack of organisation at the club, like I could bang on about this till the cows come home, man, it's just not on. It's not realistic. I mean, what they're doing, they leave things till the last minute. What about planning? What about professionalism? You make a short list, like normal clubs do. You look at a position you want to strengthen, 2 positions, 3 positions, 3 possible options for each line that you want to strengthen. And you go after those players and you see what's possible. You know what I mean? None of that is going on. I mean, the level of organisation, man, it's sickening. And it's fans like me and Warren and Del Boy Gunner TV and Taib. Welcome along, Taib, man. Great to see you tuning in, yeah? I don't know, Taib, do you know Del Boy Gunner TV? He's an Irish Arsenal fan like myself. It wouldn't be the worst move in the world, Taib, man. If you want, of course. I'm only suggesting it, man. You know what I mean? It's up to you. But if you want to check out his channel, if you haven't already, subscribe to the guy's channel. He's an Irish gunner like myself, Del Boy Gunner. Click on the subscribe and hit the notification bell that you get notified every time he uploads content, man. So that's the important thing when you subscribe to a guy's channel, guys. You need to click that notifications bell. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Taib. Welcome along, Taib, man. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're enjoying your start to the week, your Monday. I'm off work today, luckily. Wife's at work, so I managed to do a little bit of streaming. I'm hitting up a bit of Netflix, I'm looking at jobs, and I'm streaming. So I'm multitasking much more than Mikel Arteta is able to do, obviously. But anyway, maybe I should be manager. The club is a mess, man, right now. You know what I mean? But I don't know what you think about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leaving. Comment coming in from Warren's Team Talk. I was speaking to Ozzy Gunnar, and he's an interesting theory about the Cronkies and Arsenal. And it all makes perfect sense. When you think about it, it makes perfect sense. And what is that? What is that theory, Warren? You've got me. You've awakened my curiosity. What is that theory of the Aussie Gunners? He's a guy that tells it straight. Yeah, I've done a live stream with him. He's a guy that he's got his finger on the pulse. He knows what time it is. But yeah, if it's actually printable, if it won't get me banned off YouTube, just comment what that theory is, and I'll put it up on the screen for everyone to enjoy. But if it's going to get me banned off YouTube, don't bother. I'm not going to put it up anyway. Get me banned off YouTube. How are you going? Approaching monetization, and I get banned off YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, favor to ask, guys, if you can, play my playlist for me, my old school gunner playlist. Just go to my YouTube channel and just let that playlist play on any device that you're not using. Yeah, you don't need to be watching it, but just let my channel play my old school gunner playlist. Build up a couple of watch hours for me, I'd appreciate it. I'm pushing for monetization. I need about another 800 from the 4,000. I'm almost at 3,300, and I need 4,000. And then I'm going to have my channel monetized. So the last year I stepped on the gas that I've been pushing, and I made big leaps. Here we go. This is the comment you're looking to see, guys. The Aussie Gooners theory about the Cronkies. They don't want to get top four. Well, it's going to be mission accomplished this season anyway. They don't have to worry about top four. And why don't they want top four, Warren? Because that is more expensive for the club. Because in the end, they're going to have to pay out more money. You know what I mean? If they hit top four and they get Champions League football, I think the thing is still going on where you get 50 million, right? Is that still the rule there, that clubs that get into the Champions League, that qualify, they actually they get 50 million. I think if they get to the group stage, right, each club gets 50 million euro then. But yeah, let me know. I think that's still a rule, right? So that would actually make money for the Cronkies, because that's all they care about. I had Daniel Phillips on my show last year, a US schooner. He's living over in the United States, and he knows the Cronkies like the back of his hand. And I asked him, because he's an American, what is the situation with them? We don't hear much about them over here, what they're actually like. What is the buzz with them in the US? He said to me that the two of them, Stan and Josh, yeah, father and son, they are complete capitalists. Okay, that comes as no surprise. America's a capitalist country. But all that the Cronkies care about at the end of the season, guys, at the end of the fiscal year, all right, because that's all it is for them as a business, they were looking around the world. They have a couple of teams in the US. They have a basketball team. They have an American football team. They have an ice hockey team. And they wanted a team in England, a Premier League team. They came to London and they acquired Arsenal Football Club, okay? Our beloved club, unfortunately. All they cared about is at the end of the fiscal year, the balance sheet. What are the pros and cons? How much money have they made? Profits. That's all they care about. That's what he told me. They are completely dominated by that. Nothing else matters. He told me that they have strangled the life out of the clubs that they own in the United States. Okay? Like I said, they own a basketball team, an American football team, and an ice hockey team. They have crushed the teams. They have absolutely, just like a magnet, they have taken over, took the club apart, took the money from it like a leech, sucked them dry, bled them dry like a leech. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's what kind of guys you're talking about. That's what kind of guys you're looking at. I see the 7 people tuning in. Welcome along to my live stream, guys. Big news if you haven't heard it. Aubameyang is on his way to FC Barcelona. Both clubs, Arsenal and Barcelona, have agreed by mutual consent for the player to join Barcelona on a loan move. But the financial fair play rules are still in place. Barcelona are going to have to get rid of one player if they want to bring in Aubameyang. Simple as. So we'll see how that works. So it's meant to be a loan move. Let me just knock up this other comment from Warren, see what's going on. Because they will be put under huge pressure to spend shitloads of money. yeah, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, like I said, Daniel Phillips, the US Schooner man, like when he was on my stream last year, he told it straight. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's what's happening. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Warren's got his finger on the pulse, man. But support each other's channels, yeah. Yeah, support each other's channels and subscribe, like, and build up your channels, lads. And Delboy, like I said, man, hit me up, DM me on Instagram, and I'll give you a few tips on how I managed to get to 1,000 subscribers, just to push it along a little bit. Obviously, I'm not here for the money, but as your channel progresses, you want to see the channel successful. Simple as. I can give you a couple of tips on how I did it. Hard work, but there was a method to my madness. Hit the likes, people. Yeah, smash the likes for me. You know what I mean? My very entertaining live stream. All right, let's continue on with this. What now for Arsenal, guys? Aubameyang's out the window. I mean, it's going to be hard to see how we can get back into things, but let's have a look. Comment from Taib. Arsenal can't even get free transferred over the line. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Man, look at my eyes. It's not like I've been sleeping well. Jesus, Arsenal will give you sleepless nights, I swear to God. I mean, how did we go from the point where we were in 2004 to this? You know what I mean? Like, that's 18 years now, almost 18 years. Jesus, I feel old. But almost 18 years, guys. And this is what we're looking at the moment. This is what we're stuck with. I mean, Aubameyang going to Barca, that's not going to break my heart. Respect to him. I wish him all the best. But why didn't we have a little list of players we needed and we could bring them in? You know what I mean? And try to get things moving. There was nothing like that going on. Why not? Why didn't we move for it? Just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, man. Like, I mean, any manager worth their salt would have sat down with the board and just drawn up a little short list of the players we needed and went after them. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science. It's meant to be professional. Anyway. Good point there from Taib, man. Big up yourself, Taib. Jesus. It's a bit of a downer on that, man. Oh, man. Hello, old school. This window shows the inexperience of Edu. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Welcome along to the live stream, man. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you for the comment. Complete lack of experience. I mean, we were trying to get Overmars as technical director for a while, if you saw that. Of course, ex-Arsenal player, former Dutch international Mark Overmars. What a player he was for the club, guys. But he's at Amsterdam now. He's at Ajax Amsterdam. And he is technical director, and he has been incredibly successful at the club. Ajax are reborn. I mean, they're on the up. They're coming back to what they used to be. He's got them there. Great as technical director, but we made an approach for him. We tried to get him, but he was very happy at Ajax. Of course, it's his home country. He's very happy in his own country. Things going well for him at Ajax. He couldn't be happier, so there was no chance of us getting him to replace Edu. Edu is technical director, man. I mean to say, like, what is it with us and former players? You know what I mean? We bring in former players for important roles in the club. We need a technical director. Don't bring in a former player. Just like we need a manager. Don't bring in a former player. It just doesn't work. Zinedine Zidane was the exception to the rule. There has been other good managers, but Zidane, not every guy can do what he did. He's a player, wonderful manager. It doesn't happen like that. It's not a fairy tale ending every time. Edu, man. Don't get me started on him. Him and sitting in the stands at the Emirates, looking out at the pitch, contemplating. Out a pen and paper, write down a couple of players, guys, that you might think we need, and go after them. You know what I mean? There's no need to be living in a fairy tale world. Do what you do best. Do what they do best. Jesus, what a comment. Oh, Muppets, man. Oh, God. Anyway, say no more about it. Let me just talk about a couple of transfer requests. I'll deal with the comments as they come on. I just want to thank everybody for tuning into my live stream, guys. I was kind of in two minds would I go live or not, but I'm glad I did. It's nice to have a couple of people tuning in. I wasn't sure whether people would be free at this time, or would they be working, or would it be better in the evening time. The deadline day, guys, is 11 p.m. today. The Bundesliga is 5 p.m., 7 p.m. for Italy, Serie A. But it's 11 p.m. in Spain's La Liga and France's League One. If you go onto the BBC Sport page, guys, you can actually pick the club that you support, that you're interested in, like Arsenal, for example. They have it all there. You can click on Arsenal and you can actually keep up to date then. You'll get messages regarding the football club and any moves we have made in today's transfer window deadline until it closes at 8 p.m. tonight. So if you want to check out the BBC Sport page, definitely. You can pick the club here directly that you are interested in, and then you'll get updates about them as the deadline progresses until 11 p.m. closure tonight. That's just a tip, guys. Word from the wise. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. Keeps you abreast then of the situation, that you know what's going on. You know, you can crack open the bottle of champagne or have a Guinness, as Del Boy Gunner's probably going to do. Del Boy Gunner's probably going to do. Crack open a Guinness and, you know, yeah, have a toast. But yeah, it's like that. Arsenal, who are after signing, what's going on? Dead in the water at the moment. There's nothing happening. If we don't sign anyone, we're going to be in a bit of difficulty, I'd say, because to be honest, like I said to the guy I work with yesterday, a fellow Gooner, we should actually be looking to push for top 4. Now is the business end of the season. From now until May. We're almost into February now. From now until May, business end of the season. We should be getting in the cash, pushing forward. You know what I mean? And we need additional signings to help us get there, to try to hit that top 4. Of course, that is not the limit of our expectations, guys. But for this season, we've had no European football. Let's try to get back into the Champions League. Let's hit the top 4. Those extra signings that I'm talking about, the fantasy signings, they could propel us into those positions. It makes perfect sense what Warren is saying and what the Aussie Gooner thinks. His theory, they don't want us to get top 4. It makes perfect sense to me because the way they're behaving, it tells you all you need to know. It makes perfect sense. Anyway, it is what it is. But comment from Barry Larry, apart from the more popular Arsenal YouTubers, you, Warren, and a guy called Dig Reppin are fantastic to watch. I'll have to check out Dig Reppin. And thank you for the compliment, yeah. Saying I'm fantastic to watch. Yeah, my channel I kind of do it a lot of time on my own. I talk football, but thank you for the comment, Barry Larry. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. We're now for Arsenal Football Club, guys. What are we going to do about the whole Aubameyang situation? He's gone. We had Martinelli. We still have Lacazette. But Lacazette's contract is running down. I think he's got another 4 months on it. I mean, the whole thing with Arteta was he said he wasn't in the nature of letting contracts run down. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. And he's lost control of the Aubameyang situation. He's gone, yeah. He's not an Arsenal player anymore. Aubameyang's, you know what I mean? It's a done deal. He's going to Barcelona. Simple as. He hasn't featured for Arsenal since December, and the last 12 months he has been in shocking form. Whoever's responsible for that, we all have our opinions. The player has to look at himself, of course. Tennis management style on the training ground. He forced out a lot of players anyway. He got on the bad side of Guendouzi. They got on the bad side of him. Saliba, another guy he sent packing. Saliba is a very good player. He's good enough to play for Arsenal, no doubt about that. He's an incredible player. Guendouzi, not a fan of his, but he's not a bad player. Torreira, we got a lot of good players. This is going. Aubameyang is going to head west soon. It's going to be an interesting end to the season, but we need to hit that top 4. We need an injection of talent and quality into the squad, and we need an out-and-out goal scorer. I mean, that is not something we have really. A guy that's going to hit 20 plus goals a season for us. 25, I would say 25, but it's laughable that we could even get a player that would hit that much for the club. 20 goals a season. We don't have anybody that can do that for the club. And it's disappointing, you know. We're really lacking. And like I said, a DM, an attacking midfielder, had a little bit of strength in the midfield and a little bit of attacking prowess. 2 separate players there, a DM and an attacking midfielder, CAM. And we need an out-and-out striker. A guy that's going to, like I said, rattle in 20 goals a season at least for us. You know what I mean? And we don't have that. The Burnley game, we couldn't score at home against the bottom club. Yeah, we were a little bit unlucky, There was some very near misses. That can happen in games. But we should have broken through for that one goal. If we had gotten that one goal, we would have turned them over. They would have had to come out and play football and try to get back into it. And then we would have exposed them. We would have gone in behind and it would have been game, set, match. We couldn't even force that one goal against Burnley. That is the problem with the team. When things are going like that, Arteta is too stagnant. What is he doing? What is he thinking? Why isn't he being so proactive? Have you ever looked at Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool are in the same situation? He goes nuts on the sidelines and he's quickly bringing players in and taking players off. He immediately changes things up. He doesn't let it follow the curve. He breaks it up. He changes things and he wins games. And that is where Arteta will let you know every single time. We could have the best player in the world out there, but it's the manager at the end of the day is going to change things. And when he's not doing the business, it is what it is, you know. Burnley, we lost to Manchester City. We needed to get the 3 points at home against Burnley. They were completely bereft of confidence. They had absolutely no confidence. They're rock bottom of the league, not scoring goals. They didn't score against Arsenal not because they played defensively. It's because they're not capable of it. If we had hit one, man, you know what I mean? It would have been like a tsunami after that. We couldn't even muster one goal against them. And we knew they were going to set up shop. We knew how they were going to play against us. They're fighting for their lives. They're rock bottom of the league. And they were desperate to get a point out of the game. We knew how they were going to set up. And we couldn't break them down. You know what I mean? Say what you want about us being unlucky. Should have taken our chances. Arteta, man. I mean to say, you see the game going a certain way, change something up. Don't let it follow. With a half an hour to go, it only takes a second to score a goal. You know what I mean? Man, in 90 minutes, we couldn't find the net against them. I mean to say, like, that is shocking. There's no excuse for that. Play how well you want against City, we still lost. People talking about that performance, but look at the Burnley performance. And they were there for the taking. We should have absolutely battered them. We should have destroyed them. My God. I mean, just stretch them, get the ball wide, and get it into the box. Oh, man. I mean to say, playing through the middle, hit them on the wings, stretch them, run them, tire them out. Quick ball inside. You know what I mean? No. Anyway, don't get me started, man. There's a reason why I've been kind of quiet on YouTube a while. Jesus, look, the Burnley game, man. The Liverpool game, the home leg of the EFL Cup at the Emirates after we battling display. Okay, fair enough. At Anfield, we battling display. They turned us over at the Emirates, man. Like, you know what I mean? They have a good team, but they were missing their two best players. They were missing Sadio Mane and they were missing the one, the only Mohamed Salah. You know what I mean? That should have been confidence building for us. We could have maybe done something against them. That's why I go on the TV. If we don't get anyone in and we get an injury or two, we're finished. Edu should be sacked for this. Yeah, but Edu has been riding the crest of a wave, you know, and he's lucky. He's like solidified. His position and Arteta's position are not under threat, no matter what happens. Kroenke just wants two yes men in there. It's as simple as that. Edu's position and Mikel Arteta's position are not under threat in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter what happens at the club. Jeez, at the start of the season, man, we were down in the relegation zone. We lost 3 games in a row. And I'm agreeing with you, Del Boy Gunner TV. Yeah? I'm agreeing with you, man. We're screwed if anything happens like that. It's game over for us. We're not going to get top 4 this season. Let's be straight about that now, yeah. That is not on the cards. It's just not going to happen. Man. Yeah, if we get any injuries, we're gone. You know what I mean? Callum Chambers, he provided cover in an area that you need a lot of cover. You need players there that can come in and help out. And he did provide cover if we pick up an injury. There's also such a thing as players going off form. They could just be bang out of form. You know what I mean? Why Granit Xhaka is still at the club, that's another thing that I don't understand. I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. I was living in Zurich. Yeah? Over there, they think that Granit Xhaka is the greatest player to ever play in the Premier League, the greatest Swiss player. Of course, he's an Albanian, but he's Swiss naturalized. They think that he is the best player to ever play in the Premier League, the best Swiss player. They call him Xhaka. They think he's amazing. You know what I mean? I think he's crap. You know, his brother Talent, Shaka, he plays at FC Basel. That's where Shaka came from. The family are from Basel. You know? They settled in Basel when they came to Switzerland. They think he's fantastic. I think he's crap. Maybe his performances for the Swiss national side are not bad, but when he plays for Arsenal, he's a ticking time bomb. He's a liability. How is he still at the club? Look, I'm just going to say, I'm going to cast your minds back to last season, guys. Now, if Warren is still tuning in, he can back me up on this. Cast your mind back to last season. Let me just put up this comment there from Barry Larry. He's giving love. He's showing up a bit of love to Del Boy Gunner TV. Let me say, guys, Barry Larry, man, if you haven't, check out his channel. Check out Del Boy Gunner TV's channel. Subscribe to his channel, yeah. Give the man a bit of support if you want, of course, and click on the notifications bell that you get notified every time he uploads content. That's the important thing. If you subscribe, click on the notifications bell. Then you get a notification when the man is online, when the man has uploaded some content. He's uploading a lot of quality content right now. Like I said, I've been impressed with his channel. I'm not going to lie. But look, let's get back to the brass tacks. We tried to force Arteta out maybe a year ago. You had all those demonstrations, like November 2020, over a year ago. The whole thing with Xhaka is, what annoyed me last year, they in the summertime, yeah, in the transfer window, close season, there was this fabricated story, completely fabricated by the club, by Arteta, by Edu. Xhaka might be going to AS Roma. They were still talking about it 2 months after the deal was dead in the water, because in Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy, they said, and Mourinho said, we have no interest in signing Granit Xhaka. That was 8 weeks ago. That's exactly what they said. But Arsenal were still fanning the flames of that one. Xhaka to Roma. They never intended to sell him in the first place, insulting the fans' intelligence. Then they turned around and they gave him a new contract. They want to think about this now. Get your head around this now for a minute, guys. They want to get rid of Granit Xhaka. They want to show him the door. Next minute, he's not going to Roma. Next minute, he's been given the new contract. Think about that now. That's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? You don't have to be rocket science, guys, rocket scientist. Think about what happened. They're fanning the flames of this. And then they could say at the end of it all, well, we tried to move him on. We tried to sell him to AS Roma, but the move fell through. If you're really intent on getting rid of that player, you can drop the price and take anything you get for him. He's a crap player anyway, in my opinion. He's a complete liability every time he plays, and he's slow and predictable. And in the midfield, he's easy to bypass. It's very easy to get around Granit Xhaka and attack our back four. He gives no protection whatsoever. All of a sudden, he's not going to be sold to AS Roma. All of a sudden, he's been given a new contract. This is a guy that threw the captain's armband on the pitch, that cursed and spat at the fans. That's the kind of guy you're dealing with. And he's a crap player. You know what I mean? Insulting our intelligence. Shaq is on his way to AS Roma. They weren't interested in him. They didn't want him at the club. Come on, like. And insulting our intelligence, trying to feed us that line. You know what I mean? Next minute, then the deal has miraculously vanished. There's no more deal. He's not going to AS Roma. He's not going to Jose Mourinho, and we're giving him a new contract. That tells you all you need to know about Arteta and Edu. Two muppets, two yes men. You know what? I would have said no to Mikel Arteta if I could think about it in the cold light of day, him becoming manager. But they crept it past us, fans like me. They kind of got past our guard. Mikel Arteta, former player. That's what I was thinking when I heard the news. Oh, Mikel Arteta, geez, you know, he's been at Manchester City. All he was doing at Manchester City was making the tea for Pep and the lads and giving them the oranges at halftime. That's all he was doing. Pep was the man that was making City what they are. Arteta was cleaning their boots. You know what I mean? He was making the tea. He might have drove Pep Guardiola to the training ground. That's all he was doing. Don't get me started. Goodbye. Don't get me started on him. No, I just get angry. You know what I mean? I promised myself, no, I wasn't going to get started on Mikel Arteta, but Jesus, it's very difficult to ignore his shortcomings. I feel sorry for his wife, if you get my meaning. I really feel sorry for Arteta's wife. Let me just plug in that there. Seems the stream is going so well. Yeah, guys, make what you want of it, but we need to be getting players in, and we're very quiet now in the transfer window. It's not looking good. It's not confidence building. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're doing. Why they're doing all that. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway. Let me go back into the transfers, guys, and see what's going on. Thank you to everybody for tuning in anyway. I appreciate it. Would I take Donny van de Beek? Yeah, I would. I think he's a good player. Yeah, I would take him. I would take that player. Absolutely. I reckon I really I put a lot of faith in him. I think he's a good player. I have a lot of time for him actually. I think he's a good player, quality player. It looks like Everton are going to get him. It looks like he's very close to signing for Everton on loan. Again, Arsenal have missed the boat. Surprise, surprise. It looks like he's going to sign for Everton on loan from Manchester United, even though Crystal Palace, of course, Patrick Vieira has expressed his interest in the player. Crystal Palace have been kind of in the mix along with Everton. But it looks like it's going to Everton, and you know what that means, right? They've already signed 2 players. They also have installed Frank Lampard as coach. Everton are making moves. Okay, they've had an awful season so far, yeah. I mean, they need to do something. But before that, they were going well, Everton. They were actually going better than Arsenal. Would I take Donny van de Beek in a heartbeat? Straight away. I'd have him at the training ground right now if I could. I think he's a very good player. But he's already undergoing a medical in Liverpool for Everton. So it's more or less done and dusted, my friend. But yeah, I would take him. It looks like Everton are actually going to pay his wages in full. I mean, what he's been earning at United, they're going to cover. You know what I mean? They're going to pay him exactly the same. But he's only going on loan. There's not going to be an option for Everton for the Toffees to actually make it a permanent move. So United playing clever. You know what I mean? They're not going to be paying anything of his wage when he's at Everton. Everton's going to pay the whole amount. And he's going to be a United player, and he's going to come back to the club. Everton don't have an opportunity to buy the player. So United, you know what I mean? They're smarter than Arsenal too. Well, they're not smarter than the fans. They're smarter than Edu. Arteta, not you and me. Do know, mate, 77. I'm a loose youth player from Espanyol, close to joining. Arsenal thoughts. I'm a loser. Never heard of him. Let me check. Actually, can't find anything on the player. He's a youth player, you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't found anything on the player, but like a youth player, of course, youth is always important. Yeah. We should have young players at the club. But to be honest, we need seasoned professionals to turn things around, and we need to get that push until the end of May. and maybe try to get into the top 4. That's the most we can possibly hope for this season. Of course, we have no chance of winning anything. Premier League, FA Cup, EFL, we're out of all that. Yeah, we're out of the running completely there. And we're not in Europe. So the best we could possibly ever hope for is top 4. I don't think we're going to get it because of the transfer window now. We're going to be nowhere near that level. There has been improvement in the team. I have to admit that. But really, I think that's the players. But can you imagine if we had a proper football manager where these group of players could go? I mean, there's a lot of young, talented players in the team, and they work very hard in training, and they actually turn up in time for training. Unlike Aubameyang, these guys actually turn up on time. Aubameyang, he hasn't turned up in time in the last 12 months. He's always late. Now he's going to Barcelona. Suit him perfectly there. They're those Muppets. You know what I mean? I'm happy he's going anyway. Complete lack of respect. My mate Tony could be false though. Yeah, maybe it is. I see you have a YouTube channel, man. Anyone watching, try to check out this guy's YouTube channel. Yeah, the name is up on the screen. Like and subscribe. Give him a bit of support. Click on the notifications bell, and yeah, let's see what goes on. But Arsenal's lack of activity in the transfer market is actually frightening. I mean, what we're doing, what they're thinking, what's actually going on in their minds is beyond me, because we're not looking good at all in that situation. Let me just check something here. Yeah, Donny van de Beek, it looks like he's going to Everton. Simple as, unfortunately. Doesn't look like we're doing anything there in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, let's have a look and see what goes on. Yeah. That is what it is, isn't it? I'd have to say. Let's check on some more 2022 rumors, see what people are saying. Yeah, the whole Barcelona Aubameyang situation. They say that they're offering Ousmane Dembele, the Barcelona forward. Everton in talks to sign Dele Alli. Yeah, he's been a dead man at Spurs the last year or so. I mean, he's done absolutely nothing at the Spurs. There's been nothing going on there for him. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad move for him. Frank Lampard is now their coach. They're bringing in a couple of players. And if he went there too, Everton would be a force to be reckoned with. There's no doubt about it. Once Dele Alli can rediscover the form he had when he first came into the Spurs setup, because now he's gone to the Dogs. It's a no-brainer. But yeah, if he went to Everton, maybe that's what he needs. You know what I mean? A new start. Because he's been absolutely gone to bits. He hasn't done anything, you know what I mean? Brentford have signed Christian Eriksen until the end of the season. Should be interesting to see how he does. I wish him all the best. He's had his, of course, health concerns over since last summer. He had that cardiac arrest. I know everyone on here will join me by wishing Christian Eriksen all the best. I think he's making a wrong move. I know it's not easy to walk away as a football player, but he's got to think of his health, man. It actually sounds like I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Like I'm a loser. So maybe he did get me there good, yeah. Maybe he did get me good, you know what I mean? Another keyboard warrior. Yeah, I'm a loser. That's what it sounds like, yeah. I'm a loser. I think that maybe that was a misunderstanding. Maybe he didn't mean it like that, but yeah. There's always one or two keyboard warriors out there, you know what I mean? I don't know if you can see on screen, guys, but I'm not actually the smallest guy in the world. So maybe it's better that he types it on the keyboard instead of seeing me in public and says it. It's probably better for everybody. You know what I mean? So my knuckles are just recovering from the last time. You know what I mean? I got to stop hitting people into the teeth and aim more for the nose. Yeah, that's what my trainer told me. But anyway, it's probably better off that he did it on the keyboard and didn't say it to me face to face, because I'm not known for my self-control, guys. So I'm not going to lie. It is what it is. Look at my nose. You know what I mean? It's like over that way a little bit. Yeah, like there. No, it's going that way. Or the other way. There. You see? You see it? It is what it is. I grew up in Cork. What am I going to say? But look, I'm only joking about that, guys, by the way. You know what I mean? I'm a lower, not a fighter. But look, yeah, that's actually what it sounded like. Amaluza. I thought that when he wrote it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let the kids have their fun, you know. All right. Do know, mate. Check out his channel anyway. I still support the guy. Check out his channel. Do know, mate 77. He's a comedian, obviously, so check out his comedy channel. All right. That's about the size of it. Tottenham, they're in the mix. Glasgow Rangers are going for Aaron Ramsey. They're leading the race to sign him. Jesus, he's not going to Scotland, is he? Oh, man. He's not going to Scotland, is he? Aaron Ramsey wants to play football in Scotland. I know the level of football in Scotland is better than in my country. It's better than in my country. It's better than the Irish League. But he wants to go to Scotland and play for Rangers? It doesn't matter who he's playing for. He wants to go to Scotland. That's all right, Duno, mate. I understand, man. Don't worry about it. I still bigged up people to follow your channel anyway. So anyone wants to follow Duno, mate 77's channel, be my guest. No harm done. Go on, Big Dave. Yeah, that's what they call me, you know what I mean? That's what they call me down in the gym, like, you know what I mean? Killer. I'm joking now, guys. And when I was in South America, they gave me the nickname, of course, Gringo. Even though that's an American, you know, they gave me the nickname Gringo. And then when I was there, they nicknamed me El Animal. So there you go. They used to see me on the street, they'd say, El Animal, Senor El Animal. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I looked a bit tougher than I do now, though. My hair was like, you know, I had it tight and I had that look in my eye, you know, like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and they see me with like that I managed to tame a Latina. Obviously, El Animal, like that. Like the guy has tamed a Latina woman. He's with one. You know what I mean? He has one in his bed every night. El Animal. You know what I mean? He's obviously a man of certain character to get a Latina. You know what I mean? All right. Larry, that is brilliant. But anyway, guys, it is what it is. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up there, I think, and get back to watching some Netflix. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank DunoMate77 for tuning in. Check out his YouTube channel if you haven't, guys. Support the guy. I want to thank Barry Laurie for tuning in. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you to Del Boy Gunner TV. Let me put this up here on the screen. Check out this guy's Arsenal channel, guys, if you haven't already. He's an Irish gooner like myself, an Irish Arsenal fan. I imagine he supported the team as long as I have. He's seen the good times and the bad times. I'm actually lucky that I'm old enough that I've seen the good times, because now they're far behind us. You know. But yeah, check out his channel, guys. Like his videos, subscribe to his channel, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell. Then you get notified every single time he's uploading content. That's the important thing, yeah. And support us, man. Do yourselves a favor, check out his channel. It's entertaining stuff. It's very entertaining. And like sometimes, like I says, he has his little assistant. He has his little helper helping him. Check out the channel, you'll see what I mean. It's entertaining stuff on his channel. Thank you to Tayyip for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you to Warren, of course, from Warren's Team Talk. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Thank you to Khalid Gaming. Thank you to Minnie and Dave. Go old school. Thank you for that comment. I do my best. Listen, take it easy, guys. I might do another little video later as the transfer window approaches, as the deadline approaches at 11 p.m. But we'll see what's going on now. So I want to thank everybody, like I said, once again for tuning in. And see you next time, guys. And take it easy. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.